The devil's gravity, Fujitora's power to destroy the world. In the world of the Grand Line, where devil fruits bestow unimaginable powers upon their consumers, few abilities are as terrifyingly potent as that of Admiral Fujitora. Wielding the Zushi Zushi no Mi, a paramecia-type devil fruit, Fujitora commands the force of gravity itself. This power, while seemingly simple, holds within it the potential to unravel the very fabric of the world. And it is this possibility that makes Fujitora's devil fruit one of the most dangerous weapons in existence. Imagine, if you will, the earth beneath your feet trembling, not with the force of an earthquake, but with the weight of an unseen hand pressing down from above. This hand is not that of a god, but of a man, Fujitora, who, with a mere thought, can bring the heavens crashing down. The Zushi Zushi no Mi grants its user the ability to manipulate gravitational forces at will, a power that, when unleashed without restraint, could indeed lead to the world's destruction. The weight of the skies. Fujitora's most iconic use of his power is his ability to call down meteors from the sky, a feat that is awe-inspiring and terrifying in equal measure. These massive celestial bodies, pulled from the ether by his control over gravity, come hurtling towards the earth with a speed and force that defies comprehension. Each impact is akin to a cataclysm, capable of leveling entire cities and altering landscapes in an instant. But what if Fujitora were to amplify this ability? What if, instead of calling down a single meteor, he decided to bring down a swarm, a relentless barrage of rocks and flames raining down from the heavens? The devastation would be unimaginable. A world plunged into chaos, where the very sky becomes an enemy. The oceans would boil, the lands would shatter, and the sky would be darkened by the dust and ash of 1,000 impacts. Such is the potential of Fujitora's power, that with enough will and intent, he could erase entire nations from the map, leaving nothing but craters where civilizations once stood. The crushing abyss. Yet, the Zushi Zushi no Mi's potential for destruction is not limited to the skies. Fujitora's mastery over gravity also allows him to exert immense gravitational forces on localized areas, creating pockets of crushing pressure that can flatten anything caught within them. He has demonstrated this ability on multiple occasions, using it to immobilize his opponents, pinning them to the ground with a force they cannot hope to resist. But this is merely a fraction of what he could do. If Fujitora were to focus his power, he could create zones of gravity so intense that they would mimic the crushing depths of the ocean's floor, or even the heart of a black hole. Imagine an entire island suddenly finding itself under such pressure. Buildings crumpling like paper, mountains collapsing under their own weight, and people being flattened to the point where they cease to exist as anything more than smears on the ground. Now, expand that zone. Imagine Fujitora deciding to unleash his full power, creating a gravitational field that spans miles, perhaps even an entire continent. The ground would cave in, oceans would spill into the voids created by the collapsing earth, and the very tectonic plates that hold the world together would begin to shift and crack under the strain. This is not mere destruction. It is the unraveling of the world's very structure, a force that could trigger global cataclysms and end life as we know it. The black hole of despair. However, the most terrifying aspect of Fujitora's power lies not in the destruction it can cause, but in its potential to erase. The ultimate expression of gravity's power is the black hole, a singularity where gravity becomes so intense that not even light can escape. While Fujitora has not demonstrated the ability to create true black holes, the possibility exists within the scope of his power. If he were to manipulate gravity to its utmost limit, creating a point of infinite density, he could give birth to a black hole that would consume everything in its path. A black hole does not simply destroy, it erases. Anything caught within its event horizon is lost forever, pulled into an infinite abyss from which there is no return. Cities, oceans, mountains, and even the very air would be drawn into this dark void, disappearing into nothingness. The black hole would grow with each thing it consumes, expanding its reach until it engulfs the entire planet. In this scenario, there would be no survivors, no remnants of the world that once was. All that would remain is a void, a cold, empty space where once a vibrant world thrived. And Fujitora, standing at the center of it all, would be the man who brought about this end, wielding the Zushi Zushi no Mi with the power and finality of an executioner's blade. The moral quandary. Despite the terrifying potential of his power, Fujitora is a man of deep moral conviction. He carries the weight of his decisions with a solemnity that reflects his understanding of the devastation he could cause. It is this restraint, this understanding of the consequences of his actions, that keeps the world safe from the full force of his power. Yet, the fact remains that Fujitora holds in his hands the power to destroy the world. It is a responsibility that few could bear, and one that he carries with the gravity it deserves. The Zushi Zushi no Mi is more than a tool of battle. It is a weapon of mass destruction, a power that, in the wrong hands, could end everything. In the end, the true terror of Fujitora's devil fruit lies not in the destruction it can cause, but in the potential it holds. It is a reminder that in the world of the Grand Line, even the most benevolent of powers can be twisted into instruments of annihilation. And as long as Fujitora wields the Zushi Zushi no Mi, the world will continue to exist under the shadow of its potential, ever teetering on the edge of oblivion.